Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's day's going well. Ran out of coffee already. I don't know why I'm even holding this. Set that there. Today we're going to do a little bit of a retro review. So this is a jacket that it kind of is still made, but really is not made anymore. This is a jacket from the North Face. It is the Summit Series WindStopper 700 down parka. I picked this up a couple of years ago used. It is shedding quite a bit right now, and pieces of Velcro are coming off. But overall, I love this jacket, and I would love to tell you why. A little bit of a backstory on this jacket. Before I moved out to Colorado, I had a jacket just like this. I lived in Michigan. We have really cold winters in Michigan, colder than we do at least here in Denver. That jacket was a yellow North Face Nuptse jacket, and that was a 700 filled down as well. I used that everywhere. I used it on shoots. I'm a video producer. I used it on shoots near the lake when it was 40 degrees out and I was standing outside all day in the fall. I used it up north at my in-laws' place where the temperatures got down to -40 in the wintertime. And I love that jacket, but like a lot of my gear before I moved out to Colorado, I sold it. And after a couple of years, I was missing that jacket. And so when I came across this one, I just had to snag it. Yeah, so let's talk about it a little bit. This is a 700 fill down jacket. The exterior is a Gore WindStopper fabric. So it's a membrane that Gore says is totally windproof, but it's extremely breathable. I can vouch for the windproofness of it. I have a few different down parkas, and this one does block the wind pretty well. So if I know it's going to be a windy day out, I'll choose this over some of the other ones. Extremely breathable is a subjective phrase. I would say it's fairly breathable, but when you're moving in this, you work up a sweat. Just like any down jacket that's this big. This is more something that I would use as a belay parka or in low activity situations, rather than something that I would expect to breathe really well when I'm, hiking up a mountain. Another thing that makes this jacket stand apart from the Nuptse jacket that I mentioned earlier is that this one has a down-filled hood. So the Nuptse did have a hood, but it was just one of those ones that rolls up into the collar. I don't think I ever used it. It wasn't really helpful. Definitely didn't keep me warm. This one is down-filled, so I do use it quite often, and I like it a lot better than the one on the Nuptse. On the exterior of the jacket, we've got a couple of pockets. There's zippered pockets here, hand warmer pockets. They've got this little red cord on the zipper pulls, which I like. Easy to grab, whether you're using gloves or mittens. Got another one on this side. We also have on the inside another smaller pocket that you can use to put maybe a little snacks or something. It's not quite big enough for my phone, but it does close with a zipper. On the right side, the interior, we have this mesh pocket, which is something I hadn't seen before on any jackets that I owned until I got this jacket. You also have on the bottom here some elastic, so that way you can cinch the bottom of your jacket so it's not open, letting cold air in. So it keeps you nice and warm. This one is a size 95, so that's not American sizing. In American sizes, it would be about a medium. So I'm 5'7", and I fluctuate between 145 and 155 depending on the week. And so here's the fit on me. Arm length, I think it's really great. So it goes all the way up to my knuckles, which is what I want. It's a little bit boxy, similar to other down jackets that the North Face makes. I think in a perfect world, I would like this to be a little bit longer. My torso is a little bit longer. I have shorter legs, so I think that if this was just, 2 or 3 inches longer, that would be great. Another thing I like about this zipper is that when it is closed, here, let me just show you. Zip up the zipper, and then you can Velcro it shut. There's down in this part here, and that prevents wind from coming in, and it keeps you nice and warm, so you're not feeling the wind through the zipper, and there isn't a complete lack of insulation where the zipper is. When it comes to the hood, you can easily put the hood over a hat. It also has this completely separate section from the zipper, so if I want the hood down, but I want the zipper all the way up, you can do that really easily. So zipper's all the way up, it's protecting my neck, and the hood is a separate piece. If I want the hood up and I want a little more protection on my chin, just use the Velcro. Just use the Velcro there. And that's a feature that is not on all down jackets. Sometimes, you know, the hood is just connected to the zipper, so when you zip it all the way up, the hood is going to be in your way. I really like that about this jacket. The down itself is 700 fill. It's not the highest loft of any down that I have, though it does seem like this jacket is a bit overstuffed, which is a good thing. It's going to keep you warmer. The 700, for those who don't know, doesn't mean that it's not as warm as an 800. It's just talking about the loft of the down. So if you have more ounces of a 700 down than an 800 down, it could keep you warmer. And this one does. This one does keep you warmer. Looks wise, like I said, I really like this yellow color. It's actually a little bit different of a color than I had on my Nupste that I referred to earlier. This one's a little more orange, and I dig that. I like the orange gold color of this jacket a little bit more than just the yellow jacket, and I like how the black stands out. But even though it is orange, it's yellow enough that it doesn't seem Halloween-y to me. The only downside there was when I had to repair this jacket. So there were a couple holes. One of them is right here. The tenacious tape that I usually use to repair jackets, they come in yellow and they come in orange, and neither of which really matched this jacket perfectly. So what I was able to do is I was able to stick yellow over the orange and then cut out my patch that way, and it actually matches really well. So if you're patching some holes in a jacket that's this color and you want it to, you know, look as seamless as possible. I didn't even see this one right here because it matches so well. Put yellow tenacious tape over orange, and that should match this color really well. Also on the cuffs, we have some Velcro. So that's nice because sometimes I'm wearing mittens, sometimes I'm wearing light gloves, sometimes I'm not wearing anything on my hands, so I can tighten those cuffs just as much as I need. Overall, I like this jacket. The fact that it's a little bit short is a little bit of a bummer for me. The other thing is it is a little bit heavier than some of my other jackets because it has that Gore WindStopper. So it's not the most lightweight down parka that I own, but I think that the trade-offs are worth it. Another thing that is a downside for me is after time, some of these Velcro patches are coming off, so I'll just have to re-sew them. Not a huge deal. This is clearly a well-loved jacket. I use it quite a bit too, so you know, some upkeep has to be done to it every once in a while. The good thing is, if there is something wrong with it, you can ship it into the North Face and they can do some repairs for you. So that is the North Face Summit Series WindStopper 700 down parka. Man, that's a mouthful. If you can come across this jacket on the used market for a reasonable price, I think it's totally worth spending, you know, $100 on it. I'd highly recommend getting one.